Live? All right, I'm going to pour this up.
Pop my beer open.
Usually I use like a fancy plastic wine glass, but I was tired of fucking cleaning them, honestly. So, cheers, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, dude. Thanks for coming on. What are you drinking there? What is it?
I'm drinking Lagunitas IPA.
What is it? Like a dark,
Well, it's a India Pale Ale.
Okay.
So it's very hoppy.
Yeah.
But not too dark. I'm not entirely sure how dark works in IPAs, but it's pretty.
I wish I could taste it. I wish. No, I'm on camera, dude. Because I'm on that thing, I got 3 cheat days this month for beer.
Raise your hand if you guys want.
No, I'm not fucking cheating. If I'm cheating, I'm starting early in the day.
You won't cheat for one sip?
No. Fuck no. God. And they'd all see me. They'd all call me out and everything. I'd be pissed, dude.
It'd be pretty incriminating.
Yeah, it really would. So, Brad, tell us about your Zuka. What is it? How'd you guys start? Tell me everything.
So Zuka is a hair blocking collar for barbers and stylists. And what makes it unique is that it's incredibly, incredibly soft. And it actually makes the haircut more comfortable in general because you can wear the cape looser, and Zuka creates the seal so you don't have hairs going down the client's back and making them itchy. And that unique aspect to the product has really helped us grow quite a bit recently. And it really came about because a friend of mine, who's now my partner in this whole project, we were talking about how, especially as children, but even as adults, how it drove us crazy when we'd get hair down the back of our necks.
Yeah.
And we'd be super itchy, and you'd go home and you get into a routine where you go home and you take a shower after your haircut, which is really disrupting in your day.
Yeah. It really, honestly, I always remember anytime I'd go get a haircut, it's like I need to plan it out to where I can go home and shower after the haircut. Even if they'd wash the hair, you know what I mean? Because there's no way to stop it. I found it very interesting. Like, you found me on the social media, came in and talked to me, and I'm like, this thing's badass. And I tried it out and got a lot of good feedback on it. Like, a lot. You know what I mean? And especially for the guys that come in on their lunch break or take a break throughout the day and then have to go back to the office or back to work, they really enjoy it.
Well, and we think one of our best markets is actually professionals, because people who are especially high up in business, they're likely to have limited time, work further away from where they live. And so getting a haircut like on your lunch break or something like that is almost not an option without missing a bunch of time at work or being super inconvenienced. So with Zuka, you can definitely pull that off, which is part of the big draw for the product for sure.
That's crazy. So you guys had this idea, right, to make this. Then what? What was the first steps?
A bunch of terrible prototypes.
Okay.
So we actually originally started using hardware store window caulking to make different prototypes of the product. And they worked. They're not strictly skin safe, so I would never sell those to any other person.
Yeah.
But they served as a proof of concept. And then we moved on to actual medical grade silicone rubber, which is certified skin safe and works even better, is much more durable. And so there's been a long evolution to get up to this point for sure.
How long from the idea to when you actually had the first real prototype?
It depends on what you mean by real
prototype. The first actual working Zuka.
Well, this iteration we've had for, I want to say, probably about 6 months, and this is our final version. This is the actual launch production line. Before that, we had various kind of working prototypes. We had various working prototypes, but they were not very refined. There's no logo. They were We even had different shapes. This one has a fairly circular shape, which really helps with it sitting on the shoulders.
Yeah.
Our initial prototypes were just a straight strip, but when you put those on, they end up being like a neck brace. Mm-hmm. So they're in your way. They're not as comfortable because they sit so high on your neck. Mm-hmm. And so it took a lot of iterations to get to where we are now, but I think we hit a sweet spot because it seems to work on. I've yet to hear of anyone say that it didn't fit on one of their clients.
Oh yeah,
and all the clients report it being really comfortable. So I think
it's interesting
got a good
using
design.
on like smaller children, where like here we have one cape or like one type of cape, and it's not gonna fit on every kid, right? It'll be loose and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I find that interesting with this too. Is like they're not bitching the whole time and moving, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Throw this thing around, wrap it around, and because it goes on the cape too. And that way it just helps with these little bitchy children about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
Especially if the cape can't adjust down to their size correctly, mm-hmm. Zuka can take up a lot of that extra slack.
That's the thing, and it's so like you can't break this. We've tried. You can't break it. It's just like or if a cape's like not big enough for your dude, you know? Some dudes have large necks. This thing is wild, dude. It's not ripping or anything.
Yeah.
I have found that super interesting with this.
Well, part of that is we do source all of our silicone in the U.S. This is the highest quality material you can actually get. It's mainly used in Hollywood special effects makeup. Mm-hmm. So if you've seen The Walking Dead,
all
you've seen a lot of this material.
Interesting.
But we chose that specifically because it's incredibly strong. We've tried other sources of the material, and they're just you can get it cheaper, but it's not as strong. It's not as high quality. But with the kids, we find this is a huge hit because they are the most fussy, and I think part of what they really hate about haircuts is how tight the cape has to be. As adults, we kind of become.
Been getting your haircut for years, so you're used to it.
You become numb to it, but children are really upset by that. And the Zuka allows you to keep the cape quite loose. Mm-hmm. And the part of the Zuka that contacts your neck really doesn't press on your neck much.
Yeah.
And so I think for children, it's a lot more comfortable. And we actually have some of these in Wisconsin with a physical therapist who works with disabled children.
Yeah.
And they specifically, she reports that they really prefer using this product because they don't have to put the cape on tight.
Yeah.
So for children that struggle with that, it seems like it could be a sort of a godsend in that sense.
Yeah. No,
and that's why we're looking at coming out with a children's line.
Okay. So this actually has, in the past few months, changed the way that I've been going about services. So I used to just, put the cape on, put the neck strip on, put the cape on, cut the hair, and then trim up the neck with a trimmer or something like that. And with this, I've switched it a little bit. So I'll throw the neck strip on, throw the cape on, throw the Zuka on, cut the hair, do everything, wash it, style it up, and then now it is hard to me, for a second I was having this on, and then I would take it off to get the trimmer underneath it. And I was like, it almost defeats the purpose. I can still get it almost without any hair getting on them, but it kind of defeats the purpose. And so what I started doing is adding a neck shave and using a hot towel and then a neck shave. And you can do it with a feather razor. It doesn't, if for cosmetologists out there, you can use a feather razor. Yeah, you don't use it. I've seen increased tips for sure with it, but also people commenting on the service oh, special treatment today. And this is how it is now. But the neck shave thing, after I clean everything up, take the Zuka off, take the cape off on the back basically, and then do the neck shave, it's eliminated any hair on the neck, down the shirt, anything. And I know for a fact people appreciate that.
Yeah, and that was one of the design considerations with the product, is that we didn't want it to get in the way of shaving the neck. Mm-hmm. So it really is designed, especially if you have the cape a little bit looser, which you can do. Mm-hmm. You only need the inner edge of the product to touch the neck. So it works perfectly fine touching the neck as low as the paper strip would anyway, or the cape. So it shouldn't interfere with the how far down you can cut on the neck. And like you said, especially with a little bit of a change to your approach, you can completely eliminate the hairs going down the back of the neck.
I had a thought the other day, last week maybe, about because we're talking about your website, and the website turned out good, actually. Cool testimonials, like good visuals and everything. But I was thinking it might be cool to have like a how to use it video, like a real still camera, like good quality. Cut the hair real quick, like fast forward the hair cutting, show the clippings, and then show how to like for me, like blow dry it all off the Zuka, get all the hair off the neck, wash their hair, everything like that. Get all the loose hair out of the question. And then like have like one for barbers, one for cosmetologists. The barber one being a straight razor shave on it, the cosmetologist one being the feather razor shave on it, which does get down just as far as a trimmer to the skin. But I thought that might be interesting too.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
It really, to me, and I'm about to change my services in up the press a little bit, but changing the services to where like you can get a haircut without a Zuka or a haircut with the Zuka. And here's what entails with the Zuka. Here's what entails without it.
So it's like part of a premium package or something like that?
That's exactly what's going on there.
That's interesting.
That way, because, so like these, you use them and then you got to clean them. Like on average, it takes 2 to 5 minutes for me, 2 to 5 minutes to clean one, which is fine. Like I book it right to where I have 15 minutes between each client to clean my tools and things like that. It's really nice having a bunch of them though. Mm-hmm. When I'm feeling lazy, I don't want to clean, we throw it in like a bucket or a bin. Tupperware basically with soap and water. Throw it in there, grab a new one, throw it on. But you could, I just think like it's nice having all of them, but I like, just because I like grabbing a new one, but you could clean it fairly easy. Clean it in soap and water, and then like to disinfect it is a good, like a bleach Clorox wipe is a good way to do that.
Well, we have actually had Barbicide, the company, do testing with the product, and they've approved it for using their Barbicide solution as well as Barbicide wipes.
Really? Okay.
So the Barbicide wipes can really change the cleaning strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very convenient and quick to use. That being said, part of the reason we sell them as sets, and even a 2-collar set we call a sample, is because for ultimate convenience and efficiency,
I think no doubt if you're gonna be using a Zuka, like the Zukas in your salon or barbershop, I think no doubt have multiple.
Yeah.
Just especially so there'd be 4 of us in here cutting hair at the same time, and we all like to use them. Mm-hmm. And if we only had 4 of them, we're not gonna be able to use them on everybody.
Yeah.
That is also a reason why I'm making it like a different service. Is like it doesn't just include the Zuka. So like my normal service would be a haircut, shampoo, and a style. I go deep into styles as far as like teaching the style with a blow dryer, something difficult. But the Zuka, and what I've been doing lately is kind of like trying to rope everyone into wanting this. And so lately, most of my clients, I've had them, do this. I'll do the Zuka thing. I'll tell them I'm putting that neck condom on. They don't get hair on, and then wash it, do everything.
We don't call it a neck condom officially.
I know. But I use the Zuka. I've been using the Zuka on everybody, and then shaving the neck, right? And people really like it. But so once I'm gonna give it like another 3 weeks, and that'll probably be about how when everyone has had the experience of that, and then I'm gonna do a little different price change and a menu change, And I'll be very interested to see like who prefers doing this and the neck shave and everything like that. I'm definitely going to be interested. Well, I mean, we'll definitely talk about it too, but I'm super interested in it. So
there's definitely endless possibilities as far as how you can kind of incorporate it into your routine. And
to me, it's crazy the higher percentage of tips I've been getting. That's what's weird to me. I love it, but I think it's really cool. Yeah,
and we've actually seen that in. We do work with a number of shops who have provided us their books very graciously, and we have seen improvements in the amount that they tip and their basically customer return rate.
Yeah.
But we're still looking into that. You know, there's limited data available. Not everybody makes their books open, but it seems promising so far. And I think the biggest thing that the Zuka can do for a barber or a stylist is that it's a very obvious, it's an out in the open thing that your client will absolutely notice that you're doing that you don't have to do.
We'll be putting it on.
And shows them that you care about their
We put
comfort.
it on people. I've seen Joe do it, Christian, Cole. I've seen everyone do it, and myself. I don't say anything. I just put it on. They're like, and our clients are all funny. They're like, "What the fuck you doing?"
Yeah.
And we're always like, "Oh, dude, come on. It's a net condom. You're not getting any hair on you." But we kind of explain what it really does for them, and they're always like, very intrigued. It's like, oh, interesting. And then after we explain, or after I explain at least, like, yes, when you leave here, you're good to go for the day. You know what I mean? And I think people just really appreciate that. And I think about it in my terms. I had one of the barbers here, Joe, cut my hair not too long ago. And I had him use a Zuka. And he cut my hair at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. I went all night. I didn't shower or anything, restyle the hair. I didn't do anything. I went all night. I mean, I partied extremely hard that night. But I went all afternoon, all night. I felt fine. I didn't, and I was drunk, so I didn't shower before sleep or anything. But no, dude, perfectly fine. No, and if I feel a lot of times if I don't really wash everything off, I'll have like kind of bumps on my neck and back and stuff just from being itchy. Nothing. I found it super cool.
So should we change our tagline Zuka go hard?
Yeah, Zuka on a Friday afternoon. You can go get hammered.
Condom.
Yeah. No,
that won't send the wrong message.
Yeah. No, we always tell people barber condom, but we're always trying to be funny in here.
No, of course. And to be fair, it's not a unrealistic comparison. I mean, the whole idea is things that you don't want to be in certain places. And you create a barrier. I mean, that is what the product does. Yeah. So we totally get that. And
I think
it's not in our official advertisements.
Right. I get why.
We don't condemn it.
So I think it is. I think it's super cool. It's super innovative. We're gonna take a quick break, and I'm gonna ask you some more questions about some things I've seen, decently similar. But for right now, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna play your ad. And we'll be right back. We're back.
We are.
I love that ad, by the way. I don't know about you. That was, I think, Chris's second or third ever video.
Yeah.
And I thought it was super cool.
Kind of definitely came out great.
Yeah. They always get better, though. We're going to be doing some more, but they always get better.
Can't wait.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you. So there is and I'm going to shout them out, too, because they're some of my favorite barbers on the globe. They're all overseas. They're called Ruger Barbers. They do education, things like that. I can't tell from photos or video because they don't focus on it, but they have these capes and they kind of look like our capes, but it looks like some sort of rubberish thing on it. I've been wondering about that. Like, have you guys thought about that? How would that work out, you know?
Yeah, we absolutely have basically, it's essentially a cape where the collar portion has some sort of rubber in it. Usually it's something like latex, which part of our development was to avoid latex because it's a common allergen.
Right. Oh, yeah.
There's quite a few people that have latex allergies. But the biggest thing is that in those capes, you basically have to wash the whole cape.
Right.
Because
you can't just rip the rubber off of it. So.
You can't rip the rubber off of it. And even if you just get down to the wording of local regulations, you can't wash part of the cape and consider the cape sanitary. So it has to be separate from the cape to be considered an item that you have disinfected. So that's why we stuck with the separate collar.
Yeah.
On top of all that, the collar works with any cape you might want. So for instance, you guys have these really unique striped capes with a pinstripe. I believe that's the correct term.
Sure.
And if you were to only limit yourself to capes that have a built-in rubber collar system, then you're stuck with whatever lines they might have. And all of those capes are going to be primo in terms of price, for sure.
I think about it too as like, just say you were to put a Zuka on a cape. Like, my question was more of like what, like, you got to wash and dry them. What degree can these get up to?
Well, ours, because they're silicone, they're actually, I mean, you could put these in the oven at 500 degrees and they'd be fine.
Really?
Believe it or not.
So would you say that, like, so definitely they're like dishwasher safe?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
You could definitely wash them in the dishwasher. That's no problem. You can technically throw them right in a clothes washer, but there's nothing about the silicone will degrade washing it with detergent in a regular washer that you use for clothes or washing machine. The only reason we don't recommend that is if you were to have a part of this collar somehow wrap itself around something, you got spinning stuff and it's flexible, and we'd hate to have someone have their washer damaged or something like that.
Right. Makes sense.
Or their washing machine. So we don't recommend it, but it has nothing to do with whether the material can withstand it, because this stuff absolutely can.
I mean, I don't even know how many. We have a shitload, but honestly, we put them in a big Tupperware, and then we put shampoo in it, and then we put the lid on the Tupperware, like shampoo and water, shake it out, dump it out, because the hair sticks to it, right? A bunch of hair comes off, and then we just keep, like, there's excess shampoo still in there. We just keep running it, run the water, dump the water, run the water, dump the water, run the water, dump the water. Pretty much all the hair gets off of it. Yeah. And then we'll run it through another, like, just thing of hot water and then cold water, and then we'll wipe it down with Clorox. Yeah. If you want to get all of ours dirty, which I don't know how many there are, if you get all of them dirty and then clean them, wipe them with the Clorox bleach wipes, and then we dry them with paper towel, because our towels are microfiber, and like some, like, it even sticks on people's head, but like some of that, you know, that little fuzzy will stick on it. Just because we don't want to deal with picking it off, we use the paper towel. It takes me to clean all of ours in here 10 minutes, maybe. Yeah. Easy. You know what I mean?
And it only gets easier the more Zukas you have.
The more you have. That's why I was saying, like, we like having so many, is because we don't got to. And that's cleaning a bunch of them. Cleaning one, 2 to 5 minutes. Yeah. But even we're lazy. So
I'm sure you've noticed water will take off some of the hair, but like if you just get the slightest hint of soap, the hair just flies off of them at that point.
I mean, we put a nickel amount of shampoo in this thing, and dude, no, it cleans the hair off. Honestly, the thing that takes the longest is wiping them with the Clorox bleach wipes, just because it's meticulous. You gotta wipe it down, dry that side, flip it over, do that again.
When really
that's it.
the most efficient method we've come up with is to literally go from cutting when you're done, drop it in basically a dirty container. So it's like an officially designated dirty container for the shop. Yep. And then if you can literally take like handfuls of these things, put some soap in them and just rub it around, wash them off. You'll get the vast majority of the hair. Yep. And then especially if you have a big batch, we say just submerge it in barbicide for 10 minutes.
See, we haven't done that yet.
I'd recommend trying it.
Yeah, we definitely are going to try it.
So you let them soak in barbicide for 10 minutes, pull them out. You can even just lay them out on a towel because all the hair is off them at this point. And they'll air dry and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Put them back into a clean box and they're ready for the next day. So ideally you have enough that you can cover all your clients in a day. And then it's just one little washing step at the end of the day for the whole shop, and you're good to go. That's what we found is the most efficient.
Yeah, it's easy to make it efficient to clean.
Yeah, and there's multiple ways you can go about it. And I think every shop, they kind of find their own way to take care of everything in the shop. Right. So we don't discourage that. But the key that seems unavoidable is the more you have, the more convenient it is. Just because you'll always have a fresh one available and you don't have to worry about trying to clean them at halfway through the day or something like that.
So are you like born and raised in Kansas? Tell me all about that. Cause I hear when you say Wisconsin, I hear something weird. Like, so what is this?
So I'm originally from a town called Oregon, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Unlike the state of Oregon, we pronounce it the way it's spelled.
Yeah.
And
no, seriously.
And so it's actually just south of Madison, Wisconsin, the capital.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's practically a suburb of Madison. And grew up there, went to college actually in Minnesota. So I'm used to the cold.
Yeah.
And then I came down to Wichita State for graduate school, and that's why I'm here. And
stayed here.
Stayed in Wichita. And
do you like it?
I do like it. It reminds me actually a lot more of up north, I'll call it, than I expected. I expected to be. When you live up there, you think of Kansas as like the deep south.
Oh, really?
Because it's so far south of where you're from.
Yeah.
But it's much more like the north than I expected. People are friendly, and you guys kind of have a winter. Nothing like up north. Not really, though. But
ice and snow.
But
I've been in the north.
The
for
accents
winter.
aren't as strong as I expected, and
people
all that.
All travel places, people are like, "Man, you have a weird accent. Where are you from?" I'm like, "Kansas." I'm like, to me, I'm like, I feel like the Midwest is the most like normal way of talking, but
it depends on where you're from in the Midwest. There's definitely a Wisconsin, Minnesota accent.
Oh, hardcore. Yeah.
Do you guys think I have one?
For certain words, yeah.
Occasionally, I've been told I say certain words and people will accuse me of being from the North, but usually I feel like I blend in pretty well in most places.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. I think it's partially
the North
moving around.
The North really pronounces all the letters in the words.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. And their
tater tot hot dish.
Yeah. And their O's, they really prolong their O's. Or at least I've a lot of people I've met that are from Minnesota. And I'm like, that's interesting.
I'll tell you about their shopping bag.
Yeah, their bag. Yeah, that too. They really pronounce it how it's supposed to be pronounced. I feel like.
Yeah,
the South is weird as fuck. We got Chris and I have some family in Alabama. Fuck, it's funny, and I mean they're kind of they talk kind of redneck, which personally I love it. I think it's hilarious. Yeah. But I love that accents, man. The accent's crazy to me. Just like the.
It's endearing.
Yeah. In Texas, even California and out west, I don't know. They don't really have, to me, an accent.
Oh, dude, surfer.
They don't have an accent. They have a different vocabulary.
Yeah, their lingo is different. Yeah, they speak a little differently, but they're chill. They're cool.
They're pretty relaxed though.
Right. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think they're cool. Yeah.
Very slurred.
So when now that we're on a drinking podcast, tell me about like your alcohol choices.
I mean, I started off like everyone else, light beer. And I always, all through college, I drank light beer. And then after graduating college, I started trying to branch out a bit. And I'm not a big fan of like dark beer, but pretty much anything else I like. My favorites are IPAs.
Really?
Pretty much whenever I bring beer somewhere, it's going to be some form of IPA.
Yeah.
So you like the hoppy taste then? Is that what you're going for?
I like the hops. I think originally it was just, it's a beer that forces you to drink it slowly.
Yeah.
So that was the original thought.
Which is important.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, man. You get me drinking some beer that's easy to put down. I'm gonna have a rough night for sure. I might black out.
Well, I don't know if IPA is going to make your morning any better, but
No.
it slows you down.
Oh, dude, I drink a ton of wine, and I'll tell you that right now. The morning, nope,
Yeah, not good.
no fun.
IPA hangovers are not fun either, but it slows you down enough that you actually start to appreciate the taste of the beer, which,
Yeah.
in my experience, like Keystone Light.
Oh my god,
Did not do
Stop
that,
It,
so-
stop it. I drink a few beers. My main, like, if I'm at a bar, like an average sports bar or whatever, my go-to would definitely be a Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Miller Lite to me is the fucking angels pissing on your tongue. So I prefer that at bars, but I've lately been getting into breweries. I can't go for the month of March, of course. I got 3 cheat days. I burned one the second day, so I'm trying to savor that. But I like...
Might as well burn them all the first week.
Hey, look, chill. I need St. Patrick's Day. But, so I like the...
Actually put a little beer in your wine.
motherfucker. I like wheat beers if I'm going to be drinking
Like
heavily.
Belgians.
Yeah, if I'm drinking heavily, I like wheat beers. But I like some ales lately. I don't know enough about beer to really like comment too much on like the hops and things like that. I don't know if I even understand hops. I just know when I taste something if I like it or not. But there's some breweries here in Wichita that are pretty fucking good,
Yeah.
Like,
I was
can
actually
sit there
just
and
going to
drink for a
say,
while.
if you want to try an IPA, Wichita Brewing Company V6 IPA is so good. I love that stuff. I buy it all the time, and we actually have I have a kegerator.
Really?
Yeah, and
You
so
would. You
so
would.
we got it like 8 months ago, and we had 3 kegs of V6 IPA go through that thing. So I'm definitely a huge fan of the V6. The Lagunitas is pretty good, but at the Wichita Brewing Company V6, it's definitely my favorite local beer.
Okay.
For sure.
So we had that little like grand opening, soft opening thing here. Did you? And I got 2 kegs. Did you try any of the beer there?
I did.
What'd you think?
It was plain something, correct?
Aeroplanes Brewery.
Yeah. I had heard of the brewery. I'd never tried the beer, and I remember it being good. I don't remember what exactly it was.
There were 2 different
There was
kinds.
there was a super wheat one. And there was a super ale one.
Yeah, very hoppy.
I think I had the ale, and
Dude,
hops,
the ale was so fucking
I've become
good.
kind of a hops addict. So when it comes to beer, I tend to choose that. I do like wheats as well, but there's something about
this.
they just have so much flavor.
This wheat
That's
one, their brewer
Addicting.
made it with a bunch of different fruits or something like that. I don't know. I need to have him on and really like tell me about it. But I loved it. But the ale, a lot of people didn't lean towards it. So the wheat beer, that keg was tapped. It was done. The ale, about a quarter of it got drank. And so my buddy's dad had a bunch of those growlers. And and then his wife, her 50th was the next day. And so we took that keg and we filled up all the growlers. Fuck, dude. That was a party.
Yeah,
That was a party. It was
you gotta
fun.
drink it.
I mean, yeah.
It's like it lasts forever.
Because I had to take the kegs back and the taps back.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, I'm not going to take a 3/4 filled with
In the
beer
future,
keg back.
If you have an extra keg,
Yeah.
I have a kegerator and a
That's-
CO2 system,
that's
so
good
we
to
can,
know.
We can power
Good
that
to
thing
know.
up, and it's good for months.
No, I there's a few breweries in town that I really like that I've tried. My favorite is definitely Aeroplanes. The other ones seem like super like warm weather type of breweries, and I just haven't been into beer enough this like long enough to experience it with warm weather. Because I'm only 22, so I'm still diving into it. So this summer though I'm definitely gonna be diving into the local breweries because a lot of
It
them
won't
have
be
cool
long before that
patios.
Miller Lite is not so appealing.
I honestly
Just
though
telling ya.
it's even not right now, but I don't know. I'm just in that mindset. That month of March, I can't drink beer, so I'm just like, no, fuck that. I've been drinking wine, rum and Coke. I like rum, like white rum. I'll do the spice, but I like white rum. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking I'm leaning towards some more like tasteful alcohols lately.
Yeah.
And wine. I've always liked wine though.
I want you to try one of these IPAs, but
No. I'm not letting. No, dude. Okay, if whoever drops, there's 4 of us in this challenge. Whoever drops let me just tell you the challenge. It's bullshit. I don't know why I agreed to
has
it.
to shave their head bald.
No. Oh, no. Honestly, even worse. So, the rules, no beer, no eating any food that's not store-bought and cooked.
Okay.
Got to go to the store, buy it, make it, eat it. 1 yoga class a week.
You could say that a restaurant technically buys their food from the store.
You got to buy it and cook it, though.
Okay.
So I got to do no beer, no going out to eat, and yoga once a week. I'm not even a week into this thing, and it's the worst week of my life. I'll tell you that right now. What the fuck? I love going and grabbing some lunch somewhere. It's been terrible. I like cooking too.
I do that too much. I definitely need to do more at-home cooking.
No, I actually feel really good. I feel really healthy, good. Because like when I cook, I'm gonna cook like pretty like slim stuff, like grilled chicken, things like that. But God, what I would do to murder a taco right now.
You can make tacos,
You can make tacos, but it's not like going to some fucking Taqueria or something and just mauling down 5 tacos.
Taco Rio?
If you don't eat Taqueria, Wichita, Kansas, you're a fucking communist. I don't care what you
But if you're
say.
looking for like quality tacos.
Oh,
Renee's
Taco Grande.
Renee's
Yes.
easily tops that though. Like their tacos are 100% better.
Renee's can kiss my ass.
Ah man, dude, Taco Lopez even then.
I gotta be drunk for that. I gotta be drunk for that.
I'm spoiled when it comes to tacos. My girlfriend is Mexican.
Really?
She makes incredible tacos.
God damn it.
So
Damn it. So
You guys don't even know.
Dude, I used to work before I got into hair actually. I was framing homes right out of high school. And I was the only one that spoke like fluent English, right? Mm-hmm. And so they all brought all their food to make every day. And I'll eat with them all the time. They had a skillet, like we had a work trailer. In the trailer they had a skillet. They'll bring tortillas. They bring whatever. I don't know what they put in it. But everything. Yeah. Oh, dude, I would munch with them.
Authentic
for lunch
tacos
all the time.
Are so much better. It's not even
insane.
Funny. Yeah, corn tortilla,
even
meat,
dude,
onions,
exactly.
cilantro.
I don't even like
lime juice. That's it.
I don't even like onions. I'm telling you, this shit that they cooked. No, it was fantastic.
Yeah,
like I don't care if it had onions.
So much
I'm eating
better.
it. I haven't found it. I haven't ate anything like that. Where are we at on time? 39. All right. Let's take another break here, and we'll come back and finish our drinks and kind of close out real quick.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Two, one, we're live.
Okay, dude. District Taqueria. It's right down there. It's on Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. It is disgustingly good. It'll make you shit your pants. I prefer that after eating tacos. Like, if I eat and then I gotta shit right away, I'm sitting here like, yes, these were good tacos. There's some other, honestly, I like that like shitty fast food taco place.
Have you tried? So it's gonna seem either you've tried it or it's gonna seem crazy, but on Broadway,
okay,
there is it's like a bus.
Yeah.
It's permanently parked.
Fire.
Super good. There's a bus that's permanently parked in this little
Wait, is it
business area.
North Broadway?
Yeah.
It's just south of 21st Street.
Okay, yeah.
So there's like a bus there.
I've never ate it. I've seen it. I've never ate at it.
It's good. You have to try that.
Yeah.
I think they give District, considering they're made in a bus, a heck of a run for their money.
And
they're super authentic tacos.
That food truck food seems pretty sketchy. And in all reality, it is sketchy. But I will destroy a food truck anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Low key, some of the best like tacos I've ever had in my entire life were out in California. Wall joint, like straight up, like no insides whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like I just walked up to a window, ordered, and they just called my name when I was ready. It was the best food.
Yeah.
Same. The shittier it looks, the better it tastes. Who knows what's in it? I don't care. I don't want to know. I want the taste.
Yeah. If you don't see any English words on the menu, it's going to be good.
I used to hang around this guy, doing some stuff with him, and he spoke like in red Spanish and stuff. Man, he would take me to some weird places. Nope, all the time. Fucking great. It was great. I'm a picky eater, and nope, it was good.
Yep.
Love it. But
Can't beat it.
Well, put down quite a bit of drinks here.
I think you finished a bottle of wine.
Yeah, possibly. No, this was a good podcast. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Thanks for inviting
Taking
me.
the time out the day and everything. I appreciate it a lot. Appreciate the gifts and everything with the Zuka. It's helped some careers out in here. So I appreciate that.
And we always love the feedback. And our whole motto is or our strategy is to collaborate with real barbers and real stylists and get real feedback and get the word out.
For sure. Well, appreciate you coming on. Thanks for drinking with me. Thanks for talking to the microphone right like a normal person.
Yeah.
So, we'll close it off. This is Brad. And can you give us your social medias?
Yeah. So our Instagram is at the Zuka Experience, also at the Zuka, Facebook.com/the Zuka Experience as well. And then our website is thezuka.com.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you coming on, man. We'll close it out.
Thank you.